Hey guys, Travis here at the end of Day 6 World Championship Group Stages, joined by Chobra of GG Chronicle. How's it going, Chobra?
To be fair, I still am part of GG Chronicle, and I do plan to write an article, actually.
Does Monty take a cut of your contract salary?
What?
As you're part of GG Chronicle, I figured maybe he was contracting you out to OGN.
No, I'm a freelancer. I mean, I appreciate Monty. Monty's a great guy, and he's helped me out a lot. But no, that's.
So you don't really appreciate him that much?
Whatever.
Welcome to Grilled with Travis Gafford, where I grill someone for 45 minutes and really intense questions.
Hold on. Travis always does this to me when we interview, and he just tries to create rumors, and it's just not true.
It's not true that I tried to create rumors. That's what he was saying.
I'm sorry, by the way, if I keep looking away from you guys because the screen is up there and I'm trying to watch part of the game.
We're watching OMG versus SKTT1, the final match of the day. Of course, Chobra has a vested interest in it because he's biased like crazy. We just saw.
Hold on.
Explain what just happened.
Okay, what just happened was the pause ended between those of you guys who watched the game. There was the pause in mid lane between SKT or Faker and Cool. I don't know who paused it, but anyway. And hold on, we're looking at the replay, and there's the pause. And Faker tried to flash out, but the ult comes in from Cool. Oh, and Faker stands on the last ball, and he forgot to auto attack in between. Oh, but Piglet does pick up the revenge kill, so it's not too bad. But Faker really actually messed up there because he could have gotten an extra auto tag in.
All right, anyway, now that that's over, I wanted to interview you, Chobra, because you have been doing nothing but tweeting this entire time. I literally think nothing because I don't think you've been doing anything at this event other than tweeting live commentary, opinions, and analytics of the match. So what are your thoughts on the group stages? Because we're pretty much at the end of them.
Okay, well, I have been doing stuff, but on the Korean broadcast. The group stages,
sure,
they did not disappoint. In fact, they exceeded my expectations. I expected Group B to be very down to the wire, and that's how it played out. Of course, I will admit, I thought Ozone would bring their A game, and they did not. They tried in the end, but you know what? The other teams were more stable. Gambit pulled out under pressure. And so, therefore, Gambit deserves to move on. Ozone, I don't think, deserved to move on with their performance. So it's sad to see. But I did, when I originally thought it was going to be Ozone and Fnatic, and I thought Fnatic had a really good shot at going to the finals even for Worlds, and they're looking like it right now. So that was good. Group A, OMG a lot stronger than I expected. I thought their over-aggression would be matched by a lot of teams, but a lot of teams are actually faltering under it, which is fun to watch. It's fun to watch. And right now we're looking to see if SKT can kind of bring it back and give OMG the first loss, or if OMG is going to go 8-0 in group stages, which would be incredible.
What are your predictions for this game?
This game? I don't... Hold on, we just saw another kill by Piglet. I honestly think that, not just because of how the game played out, but Faker's Ahri has actually been lackluster for his standards at Worlds. And therefore, I was hoping that Piglet would be the one to really bring his best game. And he's trying right now, but Cool is still a great Syndra, and San has Vayne. So, and Loveland. Loveland's just a crazy guy, dude. You just don't, you can't really rely on him to do anything good or bad. So, we'll see how it plays out. Of course, I want SKT to win. I think they have a good chance, but I think this is one of those matchups where you can never call it unless the pick and ban is horrible for one team, which it was.
So, is OMG going to win or SKTT1?
Well, right now it's looking like SKT. They're actually pushing a lot better, but it's only, what, like 17, 12 minutes into the game? So.
Did you say 17, 12 minutes into the game?
Well, at first it looked like 17, and then it looked like 12. It's hard to read, man. It's far away.
Go find those glasses you used to wear. So the real big upset, though, in group stage was that TSM and Vulcan didn't make it out, right?
Well, that's true, though, actually. SKT is pushing very well. Hold on, can I just commentate on that? SKT is actually doing exactly what they needed to, and that is to just bring OMG's aggression against them. They just went from Tier 1 mid tower to Inhibitor tower without going back. They're all at half health, so that is incredible. To go back to your question, I did think especially...
They took the inhib, too.
Yeah, they took the inhib. After seeing TSM on day 1, and Vulcan, too, I actually thought both of them had a pretty good shot at moving out of groups. Vulcan definitely just still a little bit inconsistent. It's a darn shame. You know, everyone was joking about, like, you know, throw bargains, and then it actually came true. So I felt very bad for them, but you know what? It's something you got to live with, you got to fix. TSM, their fault is still the same. It's that when they have momentum in game, they're one of the best teams in the world. As soon as they lose it, they just crumble helplessly, and it's just a shame because TSM's been around for a while, and everyone gives them credit for being that team that's been here every time. But man, when pressure gets there and when all this attention kind of goes, and they're like, oh well, we only have one game left, we're most likely out, they just start going on this downhill slope, and it's a shame to see. I thought especially Reggie pulled out his best game against Faker. I really liked what Reggie did against Faker, which was be Reggie. He was very aggressive, and Faker's not used to that because everyone's scared of Faker. And Reggie said, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to stand up to you. And that put Faker kind of, off balance. Faker didn't perform that game, and I thought that was brilliant of Reggie. Of course, SKT did focus on the top lane, and Dyrus had to pay for that. So Dyrus had to pay the consequences. But I liked what Reggie did. I think TSM had a good shot. It was sad to see them get knocked out of group stage, in all honesty. But you know what? They have a good fan base. They have a strong fan base. They'll come back in Season 4, and we'll still get to watch them play.
Thoughts on Cloud9's chances in the playoffs? Because I actually feel like you probably have maybe a decent sense of those guys, and you also have obviously a really good sense of the Asian scene, especially with Korea. So what are your thoughts there?
Okay, well, obviously what I know of Cloud9 is simply what everyone else sees on LCS. They look good, but part of me wants to say I think they're going to get taken advantage of in terms of like mind games, because what we've seen from Cloud9 is what we saw from Cloud9 is basically kind of like Blaze or even Ozone in Korea, where they would switch out some picks, but it would be the overall same picture for each game. And as soon as a team identifies that picture, they just rip it apart. So that could happen to Cloud9. However, if Cloud9 prepared and they said, we're going to stay a step ahead, we're going to pull out, here's what Cloud9 should do, in my opinion. Pull out the same picture game 1. See how it goes. If it goes well, keep it up. If not, have plan B prepared, bring it out game 2, turn things around. But in terms of matchups, I think if Cloud9 meets SKT, it will go to a full series. Is it a best of 3 for quarterfinals?
Yes.
Okay, so I think it will be a full best of 3. If Cloud9 meets Fnatic, I actually think Fnatic will win 2-0. I think Fnatic is just feeling really good right now, and they're ahead of most teams in terms of analysis of the other team's weak points. I say this because they were the only ones really in Group B to say our goal is to make Dade as uncomfortable as possible. Everyone else kind of took half advantage of it. They said, oh, let's ban out 2 of his champions, 1 of his champions. But Fnatic said, ban him out, force him into a lane swap, and then play it. Don't even worry about Imp. Don't worry about Dandy. Just rail on Dade until he crumbles, and then play a 4v5. And that's essentially what happened in Fnatic versus Ozone. So I think that kind of play is really smart. And that's what we saw in Korea, too, for a while, where people just tried to ban out Faker. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you can't ban out Faker. You have to ban someone else out, or actually just not ban OPs, have both teams take OPs, and then have a skill matchup. And Fnatic identified that within a week against Ozone. So I think Fnatic is ahead of the curve. In terms of other ones, I think OMG versus Cloud9 would actually go to a full 3-2, and I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I've heard that China considers Cloud9 the NA OMG. Have you heard that?
I actually have not heard that.
Because apparently they have like a similar play style, and they both are kind of like these newer teams or whatever, and they both have really, really good win records and win streaks.
Well, yeah, they the record-wise, that's definitely true. So if people are already saying that, by all means, I'm excited to see that matchup. If it's like Gambit and Cloud9, I think Cloud9 could 2-0 that. Just because Gambit, they're a good team. They pulled through under pressure, but they are a little bit shaky right now.
So we're saying Cloud9 over Gamma Bears, Cloud9 over... oh, no, they can't play. Cloud9 over Gambit. Cloud9 over Fnatic?
No, Fnatic over Cloud9.
Fnatic over Cloud9. And then OMG, Cloud9.
I think Cloud9 would win, but it would be a full 3. And if it's SKT, Cloud9, I think SKT would win, but it would be a full 3.
So the only chance that Cloud9 has is if they face Gambit.
Or OMG. I think OMG is a toss-up, actually.
All right, so this game is wrapping up. You want to continue commentating and explain what's happening?
Well, holy cow. I had actually not followed it, but right now SKT is just creating a battlefield at OMG's inhibitor, but SKT seems to be getting a little bit desperate. Oh, never mind. Bengi's at like over half health. But Piglet is out of mana, so they should back after taking this inhibitor. Game will be delayed a little bit, but this is a situation where it's SKT's game to lose. As long as they don't get desperate or they rush it, they should be okay. You know, Syndra is one of those champions where if you get the snowball, you're going to really win, but if not, like, the best you can do is maybe take out one target. If not, you're just kind of useless.
Hey, let's actually talk about, now that you've kind of laid out your opinions on the group stage and given your opinions on Cloud9, Cloud9's future, which is really the only relevant part of the next part of the tournament. What are your thoughts on, or what have you been doing here? Because I think a lot of people don't see you, obviously, because you're on the Korean broadcast, but what are your responsibilities here?
Well, I am co-hosting and interviewing / translating for the OGN broadcast. So basically, to kind of lay it down, I do like the opening. I kind of bring focus to the important matches and the storylines. I help develop the storylines. And then any player interviews, mostly winners, but we've done some coaches and whatnot. And of course, if it's a Western team or manager, then I would translate for them too. So it's been fun. You know, I've got to talk to some of these players, I guess, and take a little bit of a different angle from Riot stories, because Riot stories are there. I don't need to rehash it. So I try to take on a little different look, or maybe look at some more specifics, because I do have more time during my interviews. So that's been a lot of fun.
So anyway, I've interviewed you now, so then I guess the next step is for you to interview me for your job.
Maybe. I mean, you're a busy man, Travis.
I'm actually free after this match, if you're good.
Well, we would have to interview the winner no matter what, because one of them would be like a finals candidate. So.
Well, I mean, I'll be at finals.
Okay, all right. I'll keep that.
So, I mean, I'm just saying because you're talking about them being a finals candidate. Oh, you want to commentate?
Oh, okay. Baron didn't get stolen. SKT got Baron. It was a little bit risky, and they are on the run. And Faker's dead, and Impact's going to sacrifice himself for the team, which is the good move here because there was no exit. And the 3 other members should just go back, chill out, wait for the others to revive, and then just push slowly, systematically. Systematic is the name of the game for group stage.
So I'm pretty free on Monday.
I am most likely going to be sleeping on Monday, dude. I am so tired right now. People probably who know me can tell that I'm really hyped up on sugar and caffeine.
Monday and Tuesday, though, are the days of the quarterfinals, right?
Yes, but they're not full days. Ooh.
So you just interview me during the half day.
Possibly. I mean, Travis, you're a busy guy. I can't find you like easily. You always do drive-bys, and you're like, "Hey, Chobra, like I gotta run." I'm like, "All right."
This is my phone number. So
I have your phone number.
So you can just text me.
I can. I have texted you actually.
Oh, about the interview already? I didn't even. You're freaking quick, dude.
I do my best.
All right. I know you watch all my interviews, Chobra, because you're a really big fan of the NA scene. You really feel like it's the strongest and has the most interesting, compelling storylines and players. I mean, not to lead you at all or anything like that, but I know that since you watch all of my interviews, you know the sign out for all of them. So I'm just gonna let you take it away.
Well, hey, Chobra, like where can people find you? Well, you know, you can find me on Twitter at Will Chobra. That's basically where most of my fan interaction is done. And I have, when I go back to Korea, I'll probably try to, again, boot up my streaming again a little bit to have more interaction. And that will be at twitch.tv/Chobra, LOL. And then, of course, once On Game Net Productions boot up again in Korea, you can find me at most, if not all of them, which is on twitch.tv/OnGameNet. And if Travis is a nice guy and would like to give me heads up, I might, you know, get to meet you guys now and then on Who's League too. But it's not under my control. I'm getting really good at interviews with Travis, I think. I think I've learned the art.
Almost done with the wrap-up.
That's it.
No, I mean, what happens at the very end?
Thanks for watching, guys. This was an interview with Chobra. You can find all of the League of Legends World Championship coverage on twitch.tv/on. I mean, on GameSpot.com.
/
Shoot, what is this? I just click on your videos, man. Or the links on Reddit.
The easiest answer of all time.
Is it /League of Legends? No. That is the easiest answer of all time in my head.
You can find my stuff and /your stuff at
GameStop.com.
Okay, that's a store.
esports.
That's a retail store.
Esports.
Yeah.
Oh, I said GameStop. GameSpot. I'm so tired. Slash esports.
So let's say it all at once.
GameSpot.com/esports.